Whenever you're ready, Coach.
All right, thought today was a solid day. I was cash down day, third down, fourth down. You'll get a little introduction into red zone. I thought the effort was good. Execution has to be better. We had some missed opportunities today on both sides of the ball. Got to continue to work and having that sense of urgency, just to the finer details in what we're doing. But like I said, I didn't mind the mindset of what the guys brought, and I thought they put forth good effort. But the details of our execution has to improve, and that was something we'll go and we'll coach off the film and make the corrections and go apply that here tomorrow.
Coach, I know you focus a lot on focus. Stay focused, and you've got a big distraction with a hurricane, and a lot of these guys' families are in the path of the hurricane. How do you address that?
It's anytime you have families affected by obviously natural disasters, things that some things we just cannot control. But then these guys also they all have lives, and all their families have things that happen. And when those situations come up, we want to be there. We want to be supportive of our players and understand the feelings and emotions that they go through. But when you step out on this field and you get an opportunity to, to say turn it off, but to really just hone in on what we're doing here, sometimes that can be a great distraction to all the other things that are going on in this world. And it's challenging. It's hard. And, a lot of these guys, they have families that are being impacted by the hurricane, or that have potential to be impacted by the hurricane. And, we're there, we're supportive of them. We want to make sure that we've got people in, whether it's a situation like today or whenever they have things that go on in their lives, we want them to know that they have people to talk to, they have people to be able to rely on, and that are here to support them through all situations. But when it's time to step out on this field, it's one of the great challenges. But to be able to put all your focus into the opportunity that's ahead and go in and being your best.
Brian Courtney, how's his development?
I think it's phenomenal. I am very excited about where he's going, and just the positive steps that we're seeing. He's going to impact this team this year. I'm hopeful that as he continues to grow in that confidence there at the tight end position, he's already done a great job on special teams, and I think he's trending very quickly to what he can be. I thought today, you just see such great strides. He's such a hard worker, and got great talent, great ability. He's just so new to the position, and that's the one thing that is he wants it to be yesterday. So everybody does, but just understanding the process of playing that position, and you continuing to pick up in where the reactionary movements are more natural, and it just takes time. But I could not be any more pleased with what I see from him, and he's gonna have a phenomenal career.
Will that open up something for this offense is playing at a really high level right now. Would some sort of a boost at that position, that maybe open some things up and give you some more options?
I think depth competition always helps. You look at the guys playing there. Marquiston's done some good things. Obviously Cam's had his opportunities and had some explosive plays that have showed up. Wyatt Rector, Preston has done a lot of the dirty work, as he's gone in, but also helped impact in the passing game as well. But if you could add Brian as somebody who can jump into that rotation, and just because he's different when it comes to his speed, his explosiveness and power. He's got it. I just really like what I'm seeing from him, and I'm hopeful that that can be, and at any position. We've been playing pretty good, and then you saw a guy like Darion that jumped in and really made some impactful plays here the last couple weeks. Every position has opportunity, and we're gonna, if somebody can go out there on the field and help impact in a positive way, then we're gonna find ways to create those opportunities.
Been breaking the rock a lot more frequently recently. Have you seen that become maybe more of the part of the program culture? You see guys talk about maybe who gets to carry the sledgehammer in, or who might get to break the rock after wins?
It's just it continues to point to that process of where is our focus? What are we here to achieve for this opportunity? and we want to be a process-driven team that's action-based. And I think when you put in the work and you get selected, to carry the hammer before a game, it's a great sense of pride. Our guys want that recognition to know that all the things that we talk about, those program characteristics, that they're being able to apply that, and that it's action based, that their coaches, that they see that on a daily basis, that consistency, and then what they're doing in the games, and then after the game, when guys put it on display and play at a very high level, and they get the chance to have that moment or that symbolic gesture of we've accomplished what we came here to do. I think it's big, and just going back to those small detailed processes of focusing on the things you can control there in the moment.
Some of the injuries you guys have had on the defensive line, or you've seen some of the other young guys maybe stepping up and seizing opportunities?
Yeah, I think I might have mentioned that earlier in the week. I thought Josh Farmer played his best game. You see guys like Malcolm Ray, who was really in that situation last year and kind of emerged and really played well towards the back part of the year. And this year, he's kind of dealt with a few things, but you see his impact. And Jarrett Jackson's coming off a really good game where I like what I'm seeing in his growth. And then a guy that we'll see how much it's going to be moving forward. But Daniel Lyons he's going to be a lot of fun to coach. He is you see his explosive movements, you see the things that he's able to do there inside. It's just kind of like almost with Brian. It's just he just needs some repetitions. And but really like what I've seen. But Patrick Payton, out there on the edge, has done some wonderful things. You see just how close that he is, and I think that's building confidence that he can get out there and give us some very meaningful and positive plays. Then you take like a veteran like Leonard Warner, who I thought through a position change and injury, he did great things in the game the other night. Just his physicality and toughness of what he provided. So it's good seeing those guys step up with more opportunity.
You've been taking steps along the way here, making good progress with this team. At some point, do you have to convince them that they're capable of doing even bigger things?
Absolutely. It's the first thing I said to him in the locker room was, "You can." I wanted a dominant performance last week. So we set out at the beginning of the week that it was time to show that. I love the way they respond. They've showed that they are winners. They showed that they could fight back in adversity, that they could rise up with opportunity. But I wanted to see a dominant performance, and they embraced that, and they went and they prepared, and they were able to execute, and that was big for us. And the first thing I said was, "You can do that." And now it's time to continue to push, and we still have the choice to make. And like I said, today wasn't a bad practice. I didn't have any issue with the mentality of what they brought, but I want better execution, and those finer details. It needs to show up because they can. And if we push and we do that, we set that standard to the highest that it could be. They get the choice to hit that and to match that expectation. And if they do, great things are going to happen. If you get distracted, if you lose focus, if you start having any of that doubt or you lose that edge, then anything can happen the other way too. All right, guys. Thanks.